And meantime, Senate Democrats are trying to include the Marriage Equality Act, the right to same-sex marriage, in spending bills. They are pushing through to keep federal agencies funded. Now, the bill is facing a September 30th deadline. This, as the move can add pressure to divide the chamber and also risk a government shutdown. So joining us now to talk about all of this is former Georgia Congressman, also former ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, and he's also the host of the Doug Collins podcast, my friend Doug Collins. Doug, great to have you here. Thanks for joining us here on Saturday Report.
Hey, good morning, Rita. It's a great day. It's good to be with you.
Wonderful to have you here. You know, the fact that they're adding the marriage equality in this spending bill, it doesn't have anything to do with it. This is just basically a political stunt to push their agenda. What do you think is the meaning behind this? Do they actually think it's going to pass with it in it?
They believe so. I mean, look, it passed the House. As long as, again, the Democrats can't blame anybody for themselves if they can't pass anything right now. And I think that's the issue that they've got. But when you attach it to the spending bill, then you've got an issue in the Senate with the cloture vote, and that's going to be interesting to see how Republicans do. Let's make no bones about this, though, Rita. This is simply a political ploy, a test that they have before the November elections. They believe that they're riding a wave of post-Dobbs, Roe v. Wade, Casey, and others. This is not an issue that's currently on the, any way threatened at all, but yet it plays very well into a political agenda if you've got nothing else to run on. They're just trying to gin up their base with this issue.
Backfire also, Doug, because, people could say, well, wait a minute, we're talking about serious economic issues right now, and this is just sort of blatantly sort of thrown into it. Couldn't it actually maybe detract?
Oh, it could. Definitely it could detract. But there's other things in this that they're looking to throw in the spending bill that could detract and divide Democrats even more. And that is the pipeline promise that they made to Manchin and Build Back Manchin, from earlier this summer. I mean, there's a lot of things. But here's the problem, Rita. This is the only way the Democrats can actually legislate. Unfortunately, it's become the way that Congress has legislated in a long time, is they attach these extraneous items onto must-pass legislation. But also, I'll say one thing. This has nothing to do with money. This is simply a CR because they don't have the political will, the Democrats, to put together a spending package that can get enough votes to pass. And so this is not anything to do with money. They're going to kick that can down the road to December. The question is can they even get this can teed up enough to get it kicked down the road?
And you brought up the Dobbs decision. I want to talk about the role that you think that Roe v. Wade, that may play in November. How do you think that is playing out? Because clearly, as you talk about, they are riding that.
Look, when it first happened, and I made a statement then, and I still believe it today, I don't think anybody's mind has particularly been changed when it comes to abortion. I think what has happened is the left has used it to generate a lot of, I think I won't say excitement, but a lot of motivation by some of their voters, because frankly, they've been lying about it. Let's go to Kansas, where they had the Kansas Constitutional Amendment. They just flat out lied about it in ads after ads, millions of dollars poured into it, saying if you voted for this, that abortion would end immediately. Well, that was just a lie. I mean, it was nowhere even remotely close to the truth. You go into these, other districts, so they're using it as motivation tool, but they're not using it from the truth perspective, in which the court said, look, states, do what you want to do with this. This is what it should have been to start with. They're just going in and basically lying about what, either states have already done or could do, and they're using it to motivate younger voters and to get them to the polls, because frankly, the Democrat agenda has not motivated them. In fact, they feel very let down by the Biden administration. So this is just a political ploy to get people to the polls in light of what could be a very bad night for them in November.
And Doug, you see it from all different directions. In fact, there was a tease put out because NBC just did an interview with Kamala Harris. And in it, she essentially said that the Supreme Court is an activist court. I know, I had to get your reaction to that, because she is clearly sort of part and parcel trying to sort of, again, getting the voters, trying to drive those voters out. What's your reaction? I hear you're smiling there.
I mean, look, for Kamala Harris, to do interviews, and she just, it just shows more and more why people have rejected her liberal ideology. But let me just go back to one thing. They're calling this an activist court, but yet when you had a court in Roe make up law, let's put this plain. I'm so sick and tired of hearing the left and on mainstream media go out and say a constitutional right has been taken from us. No, a constitutional right was not taken from you. A court granted right was taken and put back in its proper perspective. I wish someone who actually had a law degree, which I think she does, actually would have read the law. And as an activist court, here's the definition of a liberal and an activist court. If it says what I want it to say, it's a great court. If it says what I don't want it to say, an activist court. We've got to get back to a court like I believe we have right now that simply says, whoa, you legislative, you executive branches, you're going to abide by what the Constitution says and what the law is passed. We're going to interpret it in those veins. We're not going to do your job for you. She's just, look, give her a map and let her find the border, because there's another problem she has no answer for, and she's the border czar.
Absolutely. And again, President Biden hasn't even been to the border either, too. There are so many major security issues there. Doug, thank you very much. Great to have you here and wonderful to talk with you this morning. Thank you.
Rita, have a great Saturday. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. September is historically the worst performing month for the stock market, so you better be ready for it. The Fed continues to aggressively raise rates, and JP Morgan is forecasting another mega rate hike September the 21st. Is that why Jamie Dimon said an economic hurricane is coming our way? Well, gold and silver have remained remarkably stable despite the Fed aggressively raising rates today. The Patriot Gold Group has a special incentive for Newsmax viewers. Huge! Now precious metals investors can enjoy the no-fee-for-life gold and silver IRA on qualifying rollovers, or enjoy free, discreet, insured shipping on all direct gold and silver purchases. Here's the number, 800-356-4470. Call 800-356-4470 today.